Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me as we continue our exploration of Thai yoga massage. And in this video, I'm going to be demonstrating some techniques to help relieve chronic back pain. And these are some really great techniques that you can do from a comfortable sitting position. So I hope that you guys will enjoy this video and enjoy practicing these techniques, because you really don't need any equipment whatsoever. So you don't need a massage table, you don't need any body oil, you don't need anything really except for just a comfortable place to sit. So even your partner could be sitting in a chair potentially, but sitting on the floor is great. And these are some simple things that you can do to help your partner relieve chronic back pain, and hopefully you guys can take turns so you can both enjoy the benefits. Now before we get started, please leave a thumbs up and leave me your comments below as we are continuing to bring more and more massage videos to you guys. I would love to know what areas of your body need some attention so we can make some videos to help support your needs. And if you haven't joined the community already, please subscribe to the new Jen Hilman channel. And we will get started in a comfortable sitting position. All right, so I've got my friend Holly Raja here ready to relax. So you can start just by kneeling right behind your partner. And I like to place my hands right on the shoulders just as that initial connection point. And if you feel comfortable with your partner, you can kneel all the way behind them and let your tummy rest against their back so that they feel the support of your presence. And this is a great place to breathe together, connecting your breath as you breathe in and out. And sometimes just having this human-to-human connection can already start to invite such a sense of relaxation and stillness. So this is a really beautiful place to begin. Then from here, you can gently slide your forearms forward and just start to knead your elbows into the tops of the shoulders. For those of us that are spending a lot of time working at the computer or spending a lot of time on a smartphone, or if you're a student and you're studying or reading a lot, the tops of the shoulders can get really tight. And so this is a perfect place to start, loosening up the tops of the shoulders, helping them relax, coming down away from the ears, and we rediscover a neck. It's very exciting times. Okay, so as I just kind of worked my way back, so now I'm just using the outer edges of my hands to gently knead across the tops of the shoulders. And from here, you can rotate your hands so your thumbs are pointing back towards yourself. And you can gently scoop your thumbs right underneath the base of the skull, like right into the occipitals. And I'm just gently resting my fingers along the sides of her head. And then with an inhale, I can create a gentle lift. And this lift is really coming from the base of my own spine. So I'm just taking a deep breath in, and I lift and lengthen my own spine, lifting my heart up. And that's what creates this gentle traction to lift and lengthen the neck. So we can go one more time. I usually like to work in little cycles of 3. I feel like that's a nice number of completion. Oh yeah, definitely got some tight places. Miss Holly Raja hasn't had a massage in a while. So I'm glad that we can help her to relax today. And then from here, I'm going to have my partner go ahead and just fold forward. So you can just lean forward. You can let your arms come forward and just relax over your legs. So in this position, you're already going to start to feel a stretch along the low back, as well as starting to feel a stretch along the outer hips as well. So we can help to accentuate that stretch by kneeling here, and I bring the heels of my hands along either side of her spine, right at the base of her spine, just above the sacrum, And leaning my body weight, I'm pulling a little traction down towards the earth. So this is giving a nice stretch into the muscles along the low back. So again, if you spend a lot of time sitting, you might be feeling some tightness and tension in the low back and hips. So from this position is a great place to start to stretch it out. Yeah. Then from here, I like to take a little bit of a cross body stretch. So I'll bring one hand low, just above the top of the hip, and then the other hand high, just below the base of the shoulder blade, and then you can provide a little bit of cross body traction. So I'm not pushing too hard, especially not on my top hand. I don't want to like smash her face down into the mat, but really just finding more of a gentle traction. And switching to the opposite side, right? One hand towards the hip, one hand towards the shoulder blade, just giving a little stretch, and then release. And we can, again, traction down, stretching into the low back here. Another wonderful area we can work is right into the hips. We have perfect access into the outer hips. So I'll take my fists and just start to make some circles, circling my hands around the hips. Now I'm doing both hands at the same time. You could potentially, do one and then the other, kind of alternating, but I find that this double hip action can be really relaxing, and you may find some really tight areas. If your partner has very tight hips, you may notice some kind of lumps or like tight knots in the hips. That's pretty common. So if you do notice any particular places that seem very tight, you can spend a little extra time in those places, just stretching it out and loosening it up. Now a couple more techniques we can do from this forward folded position. This is a little Thai chop. So gently bringing your hands into a prayer position and then cross your thumbs. Now that's going to be your anchor, crossing your thumbs. And then the rest of your hand is pretty relaxed and loose. And then we just start to create a chopping motion. You can work across the hips. You can work all the way up the spine. Now, if you're coming forward, I like to lunge just so I can balance my body weight. As I come forward, just applying this gentle tapping motion across the full length of the spine. And then I like to come to the other side. So I'm working one side at a time, making my way around the hips, up the back, up towards the shoulders, anywhere that it might be tight, and then working my way back down. So this is great for loosening up tight muscles, and it also helps to loosen up any congestion in the lungs or in the spine. Now, separating my hands, we can work into a chopping motion along both sides of the spine simultaneously, so that's another option here. Now, after doing some of that tapping, I usually like to smooth it out with a broad hand and some nice, broad, smooth strokes. Now, to make our way back up, I'm going to start by reaching forward to the tops of her shoulders. And this is a really nice place to do some kneading. Again, working into the tops of the shoulders where it can get real tight. This is a good place to loosen it up. You can also reach to the back of the neck and just gently massage along the back of the neck as well. This might be another place that you notice some knots or tight places. Then from here, to gently guide your partner back up to sitting, I'll just place my hands on the tops of the shoulders. We'll take a deep breath in, and slowly rolling all the way back up, coming to a comfortable sitting position. You can again go into a little Thai chop, tapping across the tops of the shoulders, loosening up the neck, and smooth it out with a broad hand. Then I'll show you a couple more stretches for working into the shoulders. This is a big move that can feel really, really great for opening up the chest and shoulders. We'll take the wrists, we're going to bring both arms up overhead, bringing the arms and hands together. Now, oftentimes your partner will want to help and they'll have straight, strong arms. We want to just give a little jiggle, a little wiggle to help them remember that it's okay to relax. Then on your inhale, you're going to breathe your breath in and lift up, stretching as high as you can comfortably, and then start to lean back, giving a little stretch here. And coming back to center. Now you'll notice I have one leg balanced up against her spine so she can really lean onto me. And we'll inhale and lift, growing tall. And I have my other foot stepped in a wide stance so that as I lean back, I can support both of our body weight. Yeah, and then one more time, we'll do 3 for good measure. We'll inhale and lift, stretching tall. And lean it back, opening through the chest and shoulders. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Now from here, we'll gently release the arms and I'll move her into a little crisscross position so the arms are coming across her chest. Now this move does take a little bit of balance and a little bit of skill to practice, so approach this with a playful attitude. But as you work into this stretch, it is so good for releasing tension in the upper back. It's really one of my favorites. So don't be afraid to just get in there and play with it. So you're going to come behind your partner and come up onto your toes and bring your knees into the upper back as best you can. You know, it'll always be different depending on your ratio, body to body. And then you have a choice. Some people like to reach your hands up and over and take a hold of the wrist here. I kind of like to come around the sides and take the wrist there. So either position is fine. Then we're going to take a deep inhale together. And as you exhale, I'm going to press my knees forward as I gently draw her chest back. Now it's important to have a balanced energy of your knees pressing forward as much as you're pulling backwards. Otherwise, you'll both fall over backwards, which is kind of playful and fun. You work on pressing the knees forward at the same rate that you pull back, and this is so great for loosening up the upper back where we carry a lot of tension. So one more time for good measure. We'll go knees forward, chest back. And release. And you can just let your partner's hands come down and sit behind your partner for 3 deep breaths of grounding and relaxing. And with that, your partner should be feeling more relaxed, more loose through the whole spine. And you can trade partners and share these techniques with both of you so you can enjoy the relaxation benefits together. Thank you so much for following along with me today. I hope you're enjoying these new Thai massage videos. Please visit my website, jenhilman.com, to get access to lots more videos, as well as information about my new upcoming Thai massage workshop, where we will be exploring these and many other techniques to help you start sharing this work with all your friends and loved ones. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste.